Hello everyone, welcome to RGBlink YouTube channel. This is Luke. So in this videos, I want to bring you and all together to take a look at streamZ's new functions we are about to release, the studio functions. Okay, so during your live productions, live streamings, you probably have those cases where you want to add and multiple sources, multiple video sources, multiple graphic sources to your program outputs, and you want to assign them to different positions on your program canvas, and you wish to freely scale each content, each layers, and put them to perfect positions and sizes as you wish, as you want it to be. Okay, and this probably you can do by some free software or subscribed softwares on the markets. But if I tell you you can do it with streamZ, okay, you can make all this functions, all this capability happens on streamZ while you're doing streamings, and you are able to save all those sources, the video files, the graphic files on streamZ, and you can bring this device anywhere with you. And during your next event, next live streaming, you just plug in and you can bring out all the layouts you have already created. Would that be fascinating? Would that be something that you're always looking for your streamings? Okay, and so that's the studio functions, and let's take a look at the new functions we're about to release on streamZ. Again, first I have my streamZ here with one HDMI inputs and one tiny Z as my UVC cameras. Okay, and I have preloaded some video files and the graphic files into the units. Okay, and then let's go to the web control phase of streamZ. So right here I have two sources, HDMI inputs and UVC inputs on my two cameras. Okay, and let's go to my live. You can see right here, this is the layout I just did in 5 minutes. With the new function, studio function. Okay, let's see how many content I did. I have two video sources, live video sources from one cameras, another cameras right here. Okay, and I have a video sources that is pre-stored in the streamZ, and I have a couple of graphic layers, one backgrounds, the full screen background right here, and one small video sources, the graphic layers as my background for my live camera here. And I have this chroma key, so I can have different backgrounds than the one full screen background. Okay, so you can have all the lists showing here, all the list sources I have my background videos. Okay, so right here, and my UVC inputs. Now HDMI camera inputs, okay, and my two graphic layers. Okay, so how did I just make these layers? Okay, so I'm using as the new studio functions that comes with streamZ. So I check out how to make this in an easy and freely way to do it. Okay. So this is where you can add the layout I just did for preset ones. So let's take a look at it first. So for each sources, I can assign them to different positions, okay, as you wish. As well, you can be creative and really dependent on your applications, scenarios, how you want to do layers. So for each layers, I can do chroma key. For that sources, I have green screen right here behind me, so I can do chroma key using a green screen or blue or red. Okay, and I can easily make this source a full screen. Okay, which I don't need at one. Right here, one button full screen, and then I can adjust the size of that layer as I want. Okay, I can adjust the size based on a ratio I have, 16:9, and I can also scale it arbitrarily. Okay, any size I want freely on the program outputs. Okay. Again, I can do it all for other sources and now videos. I can do chroma key also on this one, and then also for the graphic layers right here, I can adjust the size. Okay, of course, I want to have one graphic layer as my background here. Okay, I'm gonna make full screen, and I can change the order of each layers. For example, I can bring this graphic layer to the front. Okay, of course, it's gonna cover everything. So I'm gonna decide I can leave at the end. So bring it to the back to the end of the order. And also I have video sources here. I can change the orders. So I can, if I want to cover my cameras, I can do like this. So after everything, you have made your own content, and you're happy with it, save here, apply, and you can move on your program outputs to starting recordings, and or you can do starting streamings and set up your streaming address here and start streamings. Okay, so that's let's make another one. Let's go to my sync 2 here. Let's make a vertical outputs canvas. Okay, right here. So starting from the let me show starting from the scratch how to do it. So first you want to add, you can have all the content, all the sources to choices. Okay, so you can choose your video sources from all your live cameras inputs, HDMI, UVC 1.2, and for your phone sources, or you can load a local video files that you have. Okay, do this one. So maximum current the current version of firmware, we can do maximum 3 video sources, so including live sources or the video sources. So you can have 3 sources, video sources arranged on your outputs. Okay, do this a bit. Okay, we can add another one, HDMI sources right here. And I want to have sources as my background. Okay, let's load another video sources right here. Let's try to have full screen of it. And since it's gonna be a background, let me bring it to the end. There we go. Okay, then I can add some graphic sources. Let's go to photos here. Okay, it shows all the photos, the graphic sources I have. So this one, okay, use as a logo, probably I can put here. And then I have one more. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Maybe another one. Right here. So maximum, you can load up to 8 graph files to your output cameras right now. Okay, so you can make them different sizes, different content, different type of the image. Well, of course you have to preload it to the streamZ internal storage, which is convenient. So you don't have to load again. So once you have finished, maybe let's do the chroma key here. Start the chroma key so I can see the background. So once you are finished, you just simply apply and the layout will be saved to sync 2. Okay, and you can switching from sync 1 to sync 2, vertical to horizontals, and if you like, you can create one more and one more. So you can create multiple things with different layouts as you wish. Okay. Now let's check out the program outputs. Okay, I have two things, and let me bring you out my web page and the content we just saved. Since currently it's vertical output, so you will see the content captured is rotated, and I can switching from to horizontal ones. So we can switching. So during streaming, you can actually switching from two things you have. Okay. So you can queue up different layouts that you like, and so that's the studio functions we have seen. And again, we can add 3 video sources. The video sources can be your live video inputs from HDMI or UVC or your phone cameras, or you can preload and stored the video files into the streamZ, and you use those files as your video sources. And then you can have maximum 8 layers of graphic sources. Okay, and also they will have to be preloaded into the streamZ. Okay, therefore all those sources you can freely assign them into different positions, scale in different sizes, and you can do chroma key on each individual sources. Okay, depending if you need it. Okay, and then you can save each things into each layout into different preset and scenes, and during streamings you can record them onto program. Okay, so very interesting and very powerful functions for the streamZ for such a small devices you can have, and you don't have to pay for any other software, just using its streamZs for your content creations, and be creative and on your streamings, on your live productions. Okay, so that's all for today's videos. And again, thank you very much for watching it, and please share, like, subscribe our videos and RGBlink YouTube channels. We're gonna bring you more interesting contents of streamZ and any other RGBlink products. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.